Alright, so we'll get our jacket. Jacket's loading in. So now with the jacket in place, we're going to go ahead and just put some marks on our model to help us understand what the heck's going on. So I'll just grab some colors, and the easiest way to do this is to put identifying marks. So here I can put one slash, and then I can go ahead and do 2 close slashes, and then I can do 3 close slashes. This lets me identify each section from being different. We can do little dots. That helps. If you hit F5, you should be able to open up your custom brush palette. I'm not really going to go over this now, but if you guys like, I can go over this in a different video. But I'm going to go ahead and let's see. Let's go to brush tip space, change our spacing, hit F5. So now I have another way to identify the marking. So I can have that sort of thing. We can also change our color. This is another way that we can use to identify, just to make unique patterns. So I can just do that. That's one unique pattern. We can hit X on the keyboard to toggle between these guys. Grab red. So we just want to go ahead and just make marks to help us understand unique portions of our mesh. So we can grab different brushes and just go to town. So that's one section. Then I can go one. That can be another area, and then we can get on the front. Hit X to swap colors. Boom. So I'm just going and just doing some testing. So let's grab green, and we should be good. So now with all of this stuff here, we should be able to use this information to figure out different portions of the mesh. So I'm going to go ahead and select these guys, hit Control E to merge them, and just hit Control S to save. And then we can go into the previewer. Let's zoom out. And just load these images in. To load the images, we just select the material we want to load them into. We click on that little icon there, and we'll go and find the proper pictures. So we'll select that. Let's see. What is it called? It is called jacket. So jacket, open. So you can see all the colors have been loaded in, and there we go. So now we can see that the particular marks on the mesh, on the texture, correlate to different parts of the physical geometry. So what you would do, you would just have this open right on top of your Photoshop file, and then you would just say, alright, this little mark here is this spot, so now I know when I paint something here, it's going to show up here. And the yellow stripes, so the first stripe down here, that one stripe is over here, this 2 stripe right there, then you can see this black area is from this strap, and then we get a 3 stripe, and then a bunch of dots. So that's just one way to kind of help you identify what goes where, and then once you fully understand the texture, the particular mesh, which is really the hard part. The hardest part is really understanding what areas of the template match up your geometry. So once you have that, you want to start painting different areas. So let's do a section here with the straps. I'm going to bring the straps into Photoshop, and we're going to do a quick color change. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to make a new layer here. If it led to me. Alright, let's go ahead and make a new layer. Awesome. So let's make some straps. So maybe that's a good color. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit G and fill that in there. And what I want to do, I want to utilize this material that I have down here. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to hit Control E, duplicate this, and then I can just bring this on top. So then what we're going to do, we're just going to go down, or we're going to go through the blend modes and pick the best blend mode. Basically, these things use math to hide and show different colors to the layer below. So if we go ahead and go to multiply, whoop, come on. If we go to multiply, it's going to multiply this color, the colors in this layer to the colors below. I'm just going to go ahead and change this and make this like a darker brown, more saturated. Cool, and just fill that. So now we have our straps. Now this is just a block out. I'd probably recommend coming in with custom brushes, and like if we hit F5, hit B, grab a brush, and then maybe change our spacing a bit. Get our size up, and then I'd recommend doing custom bits to this, or it would help if I changed the color, right? Let's see, boom, there we go. So now you can just add custom bits to it. Why isn't the spacing changing? There we go. So now I'm adding a little texture to my straps. You can just do it this way, you can do it however you need. And it's really important just to get familiar with all your tools. It takes a lot of time to learn all these different bits, but it's well worth it in the long run. Woo! Cool. So this is going to be my new strap texture. Let's just go ahead and add a little bit here. Cool. So all I'm going to do, I'm just going to hit Control S, save that. I'm just going to, before I do that, I'm going to select these two, hit Control E, select the bottom, hit Control E, then hit save. Just makes it easier for me to work with Photoshop that way. Again, we can go over this some other time. So I'm going to go to the proper material, which is here. So, click on the texture, which is there. And then we're going to go down and to straps and buckles. You can see that the colors have been added, and we just hit open and we just hit apply. So now we have straps with colors, and you can see that my dots are on there, the custom materials are there, and we're all good.